Hello, welcome to another allotment update. It's the height of summer. It's been too busy to do any big work, so I've been fettling about with tin cans and trying to make some bells and interesting things for my allotment. This is the first one I've done. There you go. You need to ring that if you want to come and see me. So this is what it is. Just these. And they're empty. I haven't put anything in them. Right, so I've been rat-proofing this as much as I can, all my spare bits of wood. I've been putting them between the slats there, well, blocking off the slats. Because there was a big fat rat running along there, and I was clapping my hands and telling it to go, and it just sat there. So it was obviously feeling very comfortable. So I'll be cladding a lot of this out with spare bits of wood. I don't want to clad it out completely because insects seem to really enjoy coming in here to become butterflies and pupate or whatever between the metal and the wood. And when I'm sitting in here, you can sometimes have a couple of butterflies just flutter by you that have just recently hatched, which is rather fantastic. So, right, number one, first thing, hollyhocks are out. I'd like to get some different colours and try and expand this bed here. I'll be taking this further along this hedge here because I'm going to be using my covered bit of polytunnel from the autumn just for, well, I'll be growing some winter salads in there, but in the spring it'll be just for potting on. And I won't be worrying about trying to grow crops on here. I just want to be growing flowers for cutting because the crops I've had have been, every year have been worse and worse and worse. I obviously don't have the knowledge or whatnot, but I can really grow flowers and I really enjoy flowers, and they have a huge benefit to the local the local insect population. My allotment is humming with bees and hoverflies and butterflies flapping by, and it's absolutely insanely wonderful to be here amongst all these flowers. So I've been doing research into what flowers are good for cutting flowers, and this is one of them, some yarrow. So I'll be trying to get some different colour yarrow and develop some larger stands of it. I really like the Laverna, the perennial mallow. I'm going to leave it here to get big. It's suffered a little bit because it's quite a dry spot here. Assuming that the astilbe is taking quite a lot of the moisture, so I've been having to water here quite a bit, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. My bergamot is flowering, and that's lovely against the meadowsweet, the blah-de-blah, forgot again. Anyway, against there it looks really lovely. My Clark here, or satin flower, are just about to start coming out. My grandson's been watching these for me, which is really sweet. The fuchsias are still going. I have to keep watering them because it's a really dry little patch around here. Mandara, these ones are flowering. I really love the yarrow, the pink yarrow. I think it's called grapefruit, against the lavender. I love the tallness of this Laverna, and the bees absolutely love it. I love how it sways. So it brings a real something different to the garden, just having some tall plants. My Laverna and hollyhocks at the moment are my tall plants. This Clark is just about to flower. Oh, that's exciting there. That's Antirrhinum snapdragon, just about to flower there. The bees absolutely love the sea holly. It's just loving it there. It's a really special one. Looks really spectacular. I really like this combination here of the herb fennel and the mustard. I think that's quite pretty. This along here is coming along really well. I've been doing a little bit of deadheading, but not being overly zealous about it. The borage is flowering. Bees love it. I've got some cornflowers. This is from a friend gave me this as a seed mix for wildflowers. Plants are starting to grow up the polytunnel, the fruit cage, including sweet peas. Oh, this one's just flowering, that's just come out today. And some beans as well, which is also super duper. This bean's doing really well. That runner bean, I think it's a black knight that I found in my compost bed, already germinated, and I popped it in there. This Antirrhinum's doing beautifully, snapdragon. I really love the way the bees have to climb all the way in them to get the nectar. It's funny to watch how bees collect nectar from different plants, different flowers. So this is working really well. My fruit cage, brassica cage, and this is all self-seeded. Phacelia, self-seeded, and the brassicas don't seem to mind. The fruit bushes don't seem to mind. Obviously they've had the bulk of their fruit off. I've put my Cape gooseberry outside because they really needed a bit more room, and they seem to be doing well here. This little bed along here is coming along. It's quite dry, so I do need to water it. Borage keeps falling over, I'm not sure why. I'll come and pick it up. That cosmos is gorgeous. Absolutely wonderful. These work really well for sitting on. I don't want anything along here besides these, because I'll be taking this nasty fence out in the autumn, and just let grass grow along here so that I can trim it so that rats don't come too close when we're sitting there. So this works really well. Let's see. My Astrantia is going over. I keep having to water it. It needs a lot more water than it's getting here. I really like this cheap and cheerful, but good for the soil and keeping the other weeds at bay. Mustard. This is working well. I think I've got some Clarkia coming up here. Satin flower. And something interesting here, I'm not sure what that's going to be. I think that was something because I just broadcast seeds around here. And mostly it's the mustard that took over, grew the quickest. So let's see. This is what it looks like from here. So this around my polytunnel is doing really well. I'm not going to show you my polytunnel because it's all looking a bit sad. It's very hard to control the heat in there. I think the bigger the polytunnel, probably the more productive it is. The easier it is to control the humidity and the heat and stuff. My friend gave me some hyssop, which I'm really excited about. I'd love a little stand of hyssop here amongst the lavender and yarrow. So in the autumn, I'm going to be taking these two beds out, putting some double raised beds here, and they're going to be for my cut flowers. So I'll be taking the path out. There'll be a lot more room to grow, but I will have some stepping stones across diagonally from this end here, diagonally across there, just to be able to get to it. My plan is to have two different growing zones. So on the left hand side near the poppies and that you can see on the screen, the poppies. That side I'm going to put a hydrangea, and it's going to be kept cool by the Gelder rose, which is just here, because it really needs not full sunshine. And in the far corner, near the chimney, that far corner there, but on the bed, I'm going to be putting a rose that's good for cutting. So that's my plan along there. And then I'll be taking these two beds out, and just have it lawn along here. And I'm going to be having a climbing hydrangea there, and let the jasmine really start getting going, because it's been overtaken a little bit by oops, sorry about that. It's been overtaken a bit by the squashes, so I'll give it some room to grow. Got a couple of nice squashes coming along, but again, I'm not holding my breath for anything, because you know, if you do, it might not happen at all, so you might as well just keep breathing. So I might have a couple of nice squashes in here. I know that the spuds will be totally pointless, like all the spuds are harvested from there. The first row was fantastic, and the rest we just pretty much had to chuck them away. They were slugged, they were green, they were small, they were just not very nice. So I spent quite a lot of time looking after my sweet peas, taking aphids off them, tucking tendrils away, because it naturally just wants to flop around, but I don't want it to just flop around. So I do spend quite a lot of time looking after my sweet pea row here, but it's wonderful. I love giving sweet peas away. So my wood pile has become its own habitat. There's nasturtiums growing in it. I've got some morning glory along here as well as down here. I've got some morning glory. It's not flowering yet though. And I've also got, also the squash plant I'm encouraging to grow up it. This was a plan, and it seems to be working. So yeah, I also had my first cold dip. Well, not my first since I managed to fix the bath, which was really refreshing. And I really encourage anyone that wants to reduce their carbon footprint, and walk here if they possibly can, and have it as a place to just come and be, and grow flowers and see your friends and family, and maybe hold some little social events. I don't know. But anyway, it'd be lovely if more people were down here, and more people that needed gardens would get them. And obviously it takes a hell of a lot of work, and I'm really hoping to do something on here in the future. A little social enterprise, that's what the aim is, of all this hard work. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this inspires you to get out and do a bit of gardening, or just enjoy a bit of nature. Bye.